Hello and welcome to this new video here on the channel. A year has passed and so it is time to look back at what Scale 500 models we got throughout 2024 that we simply couldn't resist and made every collector's heart beat a little faster. By the way, I have already published my list of my 5 biggest model flops of the year, so make sure also to check out that video. As always, I'm only considering models for this list that were released in 2024 and that I have actually reviewed myself here on the channel, so feel free to contribute with your top models of the year in the comments down below, and while you're at it, a like also always helps out the channel. In number 5 of the top 5 of 2024 we find the Turkish Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9. To be honest, I could have chosen almost any of the in 2024 released 737 MAX models of Herpa that after the height of the landing gear was adjusted are solid as a rock. So why did I choose this model? The great 737 mold with the mentioned improvements in combination with the Turkish Airlines standard livery sealed the deal for me. It is however also a sign that Herpa's releases throughout the year only seldom manage to really excite me. Number 4. Herpa is flying with deployed spoilers and reverse thrust when it comes to the motivation of actually adding an acceptable level of printed details on their models, with the notable exception when we look at military aircraft. For whatever reason, this is where Herpa regularly excels and gives collectors products that almost are worth Herpa's recommended retail price. An example for this was the Royal Air Force A330 MRTT, which is why it deserves a place in the top 5 of the best models of the year. Number 3. When I went through the models I reviewed in 2024 to remind myself what models would deserve a place on the list, I noticed a few things. There weren't many models that actually stood out, and even less where I notably was excited. An exception was the Air New Zealand A321neo in the Star Alliance livery. The model does of course suffer from the questionable A320 family mold, but an all-black livery and even better a single aisle model with a Star Alliance livery made me happy. We get far too few Airline Alliance livery models, but this was a pleasant exception. Number 2. This is the first model where I had no doubt that it deserves a spot on this list. I am of course talking about the easyJet A321neo from JC Wings. It is not a perfect model, as it is made by the same factory that also makes the models for Herpa. This means the not really perfect A320 family mold, a print quality that reeks of cost cutting, and a few missing printed details in the livery. And yet, there is no doubt that it beats any other release from Herpa in 2024. Why? Because despite all the mentioned drawbacks, it still has way more printed details than any Herpa model could deliver, and it features the easyJet livery, filling the gap in the collection of Scale 500 collectors that has been unfulfilled for decades. Now, before we reveal our pick of the best model of 2024, here are some honorable mentions. As you might have figured out, for me the model year 2024 was fairly underwhelming, and I genuinely struggled to even nominate 5 models to this list. A few candidates that, however, for various reasons didn't quite make the cut were, for example, the Emirates A380 in the new Emirates standard livery. But while it wasn't a bad model, the only thing really pushing the model was the new livery. After a long hiatus, LATAM was finally again featured in Scale 500, but apart from the livery, this model did also fail to offer more to the collectors, which is why it didn't quite make the cut. The Edelweiss A320 in the Help Alliance livery was a nicely executed livery by Herpa, but so was the Hawaiian Airlines B789 that did end up exciting me a bit more. The Hawaiian did however not just have a great looking livery, but also profited from Herpa's solid Dreamliner mold, but with no other details on offer, it wasn't quite enough for me. And now, our pick for the best Scale 500 model of 2024. In 2024, there can only be one model that truly deserves the top spot, so it is a pretty uncontested nomination from my side when I say the best model of 2024 is the JC Wings ANA Boeing 777-300ER in the Star Wars BB-8 livery. Once again, JC Wings outdid themselves with this model. A great special livery, expertly recreated in Scale 500. But while other manufacturers hide behind elaborate liveries, JC Wings still delivered a great amount of printed details relating to the aircraft and not just the livery. Furthermore, they of course added physical antennas, because why wouldn't you, I guess? This model once again demonstrated what is possible in Scale 500 when the manufacturer actually has ambitions. And that is why this for me is the best model of 2024. And now it's your turn. What do you think about this list? And what are your biggest model highlights of 2024? Let me know in the comments section below, and don't forget to leave a like and hit subscribe. And with that, thanks for watching this video and see you in another one.